right before he started doing really well, I changed my approach to the first barrel as well. I've talked about it in some of his videos, but instead of rating him down and bringing the front end away and the hip kind of in towards it like I would normally do, I started coming to the barrel a little more shaped and kind of holding that shape up and around the turn. It's gonna lope up in about here. I'm gonna kind of ask for his nose and have him be pretty round right there. Round, round. And then I let him kind of have that, but not get flat. And by flat, I mean not push his rib cage at me. He's just gonna stay, hold that shape around the turn. Good. Good. And right there, I don't mind him finishing a little closer right there. I just don't want him to rush it. Good. That's really nice. When we first started doing this with him back in June, when I had Jolene ride him, he would not do this like that. He wanted to be pushy right there on the backside and kind of, you know the feeling when one wants to finish, they kind of get to craving that backside and they want to kind of push into that turn and really finish hard. That's what I'm talking about with getting flat, like where they flatten out right here and just come to the turn too hard. So I want him to stay smooth and soft around there and kind of hold that shape without just trying to push himself into the turn. Because what happens with some of these horses, when we let them do that too much, like we want them to want the backside of the turn, right? So sometimes it's a good feeling, but what happens is they start doing it a little sooner and a little sooner, and pretty soon you start running into either they're hitting it coming into it, or they're hitting it coming around it, or they're trying to do it in a spot and then they have to brace and elevate out of it. It just can cause a lot of issues, because if it doesn't happen in the right spot, it causes a problem because you have a barrel in the way. So they have to either hit it or run out of it, or, you know, something to avoid that. So I think it's really important not to let them do that too often or too much on a horse that, you know, you're having those problems with. Now, if you have one that you feel like isn't making a move at all, that's one thing. You know, if you need to put that move in him a little bit, but that's not the case with this horse. He wants to make a move. I just need to make sure it's at the right spot and that I can keep control of it.